Thailand's landscapes are like something from a dream. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely stunning. From dazzling coastlines to lush countryside and wildlife that will take your breath away. Visions of paradise that in normal times attract more than 30 million of us every year. But that weight of numbers isn't necessarily good news for this country's fragile natural heritage.
The boats are disturbing the sediment, and that also harms a lot of the coral reef in this area.
As far as caves go, this one is very impressive.
Oh, it's like paradise. There's so much to explore. And we should preserve this.
This week, I'm in Thailand, one of Asia's most visited destinations, to ask, might its staggering beauty be one of its biggest challenges? This is the Andaman Sea. It runs along Thailand's west coast, and I'm about an hour offshore on the hunt for the perfect beach. If you're looking for somewhere picture postcard pretty, you'll be wanting this stretch of coastline. It's all the cliches: palm trees, emerald seas, and lovely stretches of sand. This is the Thailand I've been waiting for. This. I'm getting off at Maya Bay. It's famous for its attention-grabbing role in the Hollywood movie The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. In it, the characters hear rumours of a totally secluded and unspoiled paradise. The movie's success brought sightseers in their thousands. So I came here around 2015, so about 8 years ago, and honestly, all I can remember is just seeing so many boats, just boats upon boats that really, you couldn't really see the water, you couldn't appreciate the colours. There were people, so many people on the beach. There's quite a lot of rubbish as well, and I just remember leaving feeling quite deflated. In 2018, it all got too much and the bay was finally shut. There were 4 years of intensive conservation work, and this January, it was reopened with new rules. Boats are banned in the bay and swimming in the sea is strictly forbidden. There's some rules and restrictions in place here. Well, how did you feel about them when you discovered them?
I understand it. I understand why there's like rules and why there's like fee that you need to pay to maintain how beautiful this place is. I totally understand that. Just I didn't expect a beach where you're not allowed to swim.
Water is actually greenish blue. We have never seen this color of water anywhere. And it's a good thing that you are trying to save that. You are not allowing swimming or any such thing over here and trying to save the marine life.
At the peak of its popularity, around 4,000 people a day would come to this beach, but all that activity killed off 90% of the coral and saw off the black-tip reef sharks that mate here. May has spent the last 6 months monitoring the shark populations to see what happens now tourists are allowed back.
They're using this area to hide from the bigger ones that are like in the deeper area.
Yeah.
So that's why we ask people not to swim, because then the baby shark have a safety area that they can cruise around.
Have you seen any this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've seen 2 or 3. Yeah, this morning.
Oh, there's one! Gone in an instant, gone in a flash, but I saw it nonetheless.
Yeah, I saw it too. We have seen a lot of them coming back. So we have counted like the highest number is 161 sharks. Wow. Yeah, in November 2021. Yeah, it's really nice.
What was the problem with the tourists and the sharks?
The boats are disturbing the sediments here, and that also harms a lot of the coral reef in this area. So after the ecosystem kind of deteriorate, like the shark is not coming in because like the fish is not here.
The tech May uses is pretty simple. A bag of mashed up fish and a camera attached to a metal frame. And then it's just a case of finding a good spot.
We're about to put the camera down to film the shark for 1 hour. So we do this 4 times a day so that we can get like a behavior data and also a photo identification.
Okay.
Yeah. We want to get a good photo of the dorsal fin, and also we want to see what they're doing underwater.
Yeah.
So are they just cruising around, like passing by, or are they attracted to the bait, or are they start nibbling on the bait?
Oh, there we go. None of them are going for the food yet, though. Or is that because this isn't... So you said they feed more at night, right?
Yeah. If it's nighttime, like they're really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of them take a long time to come close, and some of them are really fast. So we can see that each of them have personality.
Okay.
Yeah, so each of them have different patterns on their dorsal fin.
Yes.
So they are just like our fingerprint. Yeah, so you can tell the difference between each of them. And then when we photo ID them different months, we can see if the same one comes back.
Are you hoping that the strict regulations, they stay in place and they're enforced for the foreseeable future?
Yes.
Yes.
I would really hope that.
That'll be for the greater good of the sharks and your
Yeah.
research.
And also for the harmony between people and nature.
Yeah. But despite what's happened here, Thailand is hoping to double its visitor numbers in the next 4 years. And I can't help but wonder how these beauty spots will cope. A good proportion of those new arrivals will pass, like me, through this place along the way. Get out the road! Yes. Skipping traffic, so I like to see. It's no secret that the traffic here in Bangkok has been awful for years, and it's not that uncommon for drivers to be stuck in traffic or trapped for hours as they crawl their way through the city, and as a result, the pollution here can get quite bad. To encourage more people off the roads, the city's about to expand its public transport system. Works beginning on new lines for the SkyTrain, and on the edge of the city, a vast, newly opened international railway station. I'm not actually surprised I'm lost, because this is the biggest train station in Southeast Asia. As far as stations go, it's huge, it's sterile, loads of aircon. Right, platform 4, where are you? Billions of dollars is being spent on new rail links primarily into China. But wherever you're going, a journey on the trains here represents value for money. So a third-class ticket will set you back 222 bahts. That's just under £5, and so cheap, considering you're getting around 7 hours travel out of it. But there's no aircon, and the seats are pretty hard, so you have been warned. There are second-class options if you want a bit more comfort, though. Some of the more popular routes include Chiang Rai to Bangkok, and Bangkok to the southern beach resorts. You can even go international, so east to Laos and Cambodia, and even as far as Malaysia and Singapore. But I'm jumping off at a stop that will get me within easy reach of Thailand's lush countryside. I've arrived in a province called Surin, which, as you can probably tell, is pretty rural and remote, but it's also home to some pretty special residents. Surin is the spiritual home of the mahouts, or elephant handlers. Around a quarter of all the country's domesticated population are said to come from here. Sayab used to work in the northern city of Chiang Mai, charging people for rides.
ครับ สวัสดีครับ
Hi, Sayab.
ครับ
I want the tour. You've got to show me around. So, what's this big fella's name then?
เอกสิทธิ์
Ekasit.
ครับ.
Ekasit. And how old is he?
38 38
38. Is that quite old in elephant years?
ยังไม่แก่ เพราะว่า ช้างก็อายุเท่าคน ก็ยังอยู่ในวัยกลางๆอยู่
Yeah, yeah.
23 ปีกว่าๆเราไม่มันก็ใช้ชีวิตแบบเหมือนคนในครอบครัวมันไม่ได้อันนี้แต่มันพิเศษตรงว่า แต่ถ้าเวลามันห่างกันอ่ะมันเหมือนคิดถึงเขาแล้วก็เหงาอะไรประมาณนี้ครับ
So, should we get more food? He's running out.
เอาอาหารอีกไหม
Let's do
เอา
it.
ช้างกินเยอะตัวเขาโต ตัวนี้เขา4 ตันเขาต้องกินอย่างน้อยๆก็300เกือบ400 โลบางวัน
He's a big guy, eats a lot. During COVID, when attractions shut, Ekasit and Sayeb joined hundreds of others in making the long journey back to Surin, where institutions have been set up to give mahouts a salary and free veterinary care. Being very careful.
ระวังนะ
ก็ลูซี่ระวังนะ ใบเนี่ยมันจะคมหน่อย เวลาเราตัดเราก็ตัดครับ
So, what do you get from living here?
ได้ที่อยู่ได้แปลงหญ้าที่ปลูกหญ้า แล้วก็มีพันธุ์หญ้าให้มาปลูก แล้วก็ได้เงินเดือน ช้างก็ใกล้โรงพยาบาล แล้วก็ส่วนเราก็มีสวัสดิการ
In total, more than 3,000 elephants are put to work at tourist attractions around the country. Charities say many are routinely mistreated. Here, there's more peace, space and support for Sayeb, but Ekasit is still chained to the floor. Sayeb says that it's too dangerous to remove Ekasit's chains due to his sheer size. Ekasit is happy, you know, he's in the same place for a long time, but is he a happy elephant?
โอ้เรื่องความสุขนี่ไม่ต้องพูดถึงครับ ก็มีความสุขมากเลย เพราะว่าช้างเขาชอบแบบเรียบง่ายอยู่แล้ว แล้วเราก็มาอยู่แบบเรียบง่ายครับ ไม่มีอะไรซับซ้อน
Yeah.
กินพาเดินเล่นชีวิตประจำวันก็ไม่ได้
Sayeb seems like such a nice person who clearly loves his elephant. But you know, so many people come here and pay to ride one through the jungle or watch them paint or even play football. Now, many organisations warn against that. So the rule of thumb, they say, is to avoid any situation that involves an elephant performing for a paying customer. So Sayeb told me that one of the main reasons he came here is because he can get treatment for his elephants. It looks a bit like a garage for elephants. Sawadee-kam. So which one of you is the vet?
Yes.
You're the vet. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
I'm
too.
Lucy.
I'm Nat.
Great to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess here. Broken leg?
Yes. ใช่
And how did that happen?
เกิดจากอุบัติเหตุนะครับอุบัติเหตุพอดีว่าช้างจะกลับบ้านนะครับก็เลยเอาขึ้นรถแต่เผอิญว่าเขาพลาดนิดหนึ่งในขณะที่ลงจากรถ
And is it hard for him to walk now?
มันยากไหมคะที่เขาจะเดินตอนนี้แบบ
ยากเหมือนกันครับเพราะเราต้องจำกัดพื้นที่ก่อนเพราะตอนนี้เฟือกยังไม่ถอดจะเฟือกจะถอดอีกทีคือน่าจะประมาณปลายเดือนนี้ก็จะได้ถอดเฟือกแล้วก็ฝึกให้ช้างพาเดิน
So a lot of the elephants that came in during COVID, you know, have come from quite busy tourist cities, you know, some of them in quite inhumane conditions. What were some of the problems that they had?
ตอนนี้ลักษณะอย่างนั้นเขาเรียกว่ามันก็มีจะเป็นพวกบาดแผล แต่ถ้าในเรื่องของแบบไม่ตรงหลักสวัสดิภาพอะไรเงี้ยมันค่อนข้างมีน้อยเพราะปัจจุบันเรามีกฎหมายมาควบคุมกฎหมายของประเทศไทยแหละเข้ามาควบคุมมากขึ้นฉะนั้นนะครับแต่ก็ยังมีบ้างแต่ไม่เยอะเท่าสมัยก่อนที่เขาเรียกอะไรการใช้งานช้างยังมีการใช้งานที่หนักอยู่นะครับแต่ณปัจจุบันเนี่ยช้างเริ่มมีการใช้งานที่เบาลงไม่ทำงานหนักมาก
Just before I leave, I wanted to go and see Sayeb bathe his elephant, a daily ritual for him in his retirement. I can't help but feel just a little conflicted. Seeing them in chains really is quite hard to witness. Some tour companies have stopped advertising trips involving interaction with elephants, saying the only ethical way to see them is in the wild. Never had an elephant make that noise before. My final stop is almost as far north as you can go in Thailand, just a couple of miles away from the border with Myanmar. This range of hills is known as the Sleeping Princess because, from a distance, that's exactly what it looks like. Neil, I'm Lucy.
Nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you. So where are you from?
I'm from Payao.
Payao. Up until a few years ago, there was no tourist shuttle bus in operation here, and this remote part of the world wasn't even a part of backpackers' trails. The industries here were all agricultural, so coffee, oranges, lychee, but things are changing. This summer, the Tam Luang cave system has been marking the 5th anniversary of a rescue that caught the world's attention.
12 children and their football coach who've been missing for 10 days have been found alive in flooded caves.
This is the biggest search and rescue operation in this country's history, and I would imagine probably one of the biggest cave search and rescues there's ever been. The Thai authorities are throwing everything at this.
In the end, it took 18 days to find the Wild Boars football team and bring them all successfully to the surface. Pictures of the dramatic operation were beamed all over the world. And now, people are coming to see where it happened, not least to lay flowers at the poignant new statue to Saman Gunan, the Thai Navy SEAL who lost his life during the mission. There's also a new museum, a gift shop, and for local people, the opportunity to make a few baht. How are you? You good? Do you get lots of tourists here? Yeah, quite a lot. Busy?
เป็นมันแต่ก่อนนี่มันเป็นป่าเป็นเขาเนาะตอนนี้ก็มันก็เหล็กมาติดแล้วก็มันก็มีที่ทำมาหากินอย่างนี้ค่ะขายของขายอย่างไรแบบนี้
You are allowed to explore the cave yourself to a certain point, but I've asked 2 local caving guides to take me in a bit further.
Hi. Hello.
Mario and Tor worked here throughout the mission, installing the ropes and pulleys that winched the boys to safety. So what's it like being back in the cave?
Feels good. It's nice to be back. I love this cave.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty cave. Lots of nice formations, and yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It's very quiet at the moment. During the rescue, there were so many people in here. A lot of noise. You were hearing the pumps. You're hearing people shouting around, carrying stuff in.
Yeah, I bet. Oh wow, so where the medical team sat?
Medical team was over here, yes.
The rescue was complex and dangerous. Dive teams had to make their way through flooded tunnels, heavily sedate each boy one at a time to stop them panicking, and swim their unconscious bodies back through the system. So tourists really aren't allowed through this part if this gate is anything to go by.
You only can pass this point with a guide and with special permission from the National Park.
So is it normal for kids to use this as their playground?
Yeah, countryside.
Yeah.
So kids ride their bicycles, play football, come out, explore some caves. It was not the first time that they came in here.
There were big pumps in here.
Yeah.
Trying to get the water out.
Yeah, how deep did it go? Okay.
60, 70.
So up to your knees, maybe? Yeah. Wow, that really hammers it home, doesn't it?
We're getting into chamber 2 right now.
2.
Chamber 2 is where all the high lines are in.
Oh, okay, yes. Tor's team built this high line which helped rescuers winch the boys back through the cave.
Yeah, to build the highlight, it's a little bit tricky to build the anchor system here because the block at some spot is it's not really good.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, and the day that the kid here, I'm crying actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the impression things are going to get a bit tricky from here on in. You got me, Dar? Thank you. Whew. It is getting progressively tighter. And where I'm staring at right now doesn't even look like people should go down there. But I think we're going to go down there.
We call this one the keyhole. It looks like a keyhole over here. So then the scat came over here to where you're sitting right now, and then the scat had to be tilted a little bit to the side to get the scat
navigate through that.
With the patient, with the kid, through the keyhole over here.
And what was it like, you know, that moment when the first kid came through and you saw that, and you got the thumbs up that they were alive?
Yeah, again, still, that's Thailand. People didn't know what was going on. Is the kid still alive or not?
Yeah.
Hands were still tied together behind the back, like face down on the scat. And yeah, once we got the thumbs up, it was like,
yeah,
feeling really good.
As far as caves go, this one is very impressive.
Oh, it's like paradise. There's so many caves around. There's so much to explore. And we should preserve this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for us, it's very important that we leave no trace. Everything we bring in, we bring out. We only leave footprints.
Be respectful.
Be respectful, yeah.
You know, I am genuinely blown away by just how much respect these guys have for the nature here. And, you know, I think it's fair to say that Thailand has quite a complicated relationship when it comes to its diverse landscapes and natural heritage. And as a result, it has had to learn a few tough lessons along the way. And yet there are efforts to persuade many more of us to come and see these wild spaces. The tricky part will be allowing that to happen without destroying the very thing that makes Thailand's environment so special. And I'd like to hope they'll find a way to get it right.